Okay, what's up and what's going on, y'all? This is I Got Game, man, and this is basically my opinion on Madden 25. I've been a Madden player since the days of Sega, so 58 years young, always been into Madden, love it from day one, growing with the game as it does what it does every year. Madden 25, it reminds me of one of the years, but I can't put my finger on which one it was, when it's not about having great success with defense. No matter what you do, you go man to man, you got the best safeties, best cornerbacks, and you can still get passes through to them. Tight ends can still hold on to catches. That's unreal. You can have double coverage and the receiver still grab the ball and hold on to it even after he's hit. So these are some of the bugs that I see with Madden. Now, we all got complaints, but I'm not going to really complain. I'm just saying what are facts going on right now with the game to me in my position. When I'm playing it, I love a good defense because defense wins games. This version, no matter what you try to play, man, you can't zone. You might as well forget it. If you go zone and if somebody knows what they're doing, they're just going to pick that apart. So getting around it, setting up your strategies as far as how you want your zones to be, how you want to cover 5, 25, put it on 10, whatever you want to do. It really doesn't even make a difference. The game is broken for offense, basically. And defense, if you try to rush, he doesn't even have to see it. It's almost like only thing that's going to happen is it seems like the computer picks up on it and it does blocks that is unbelievable. You can't get to the quarterback. This is when you're playing online against somebody else. And it just makes the game draining, right? So even though you can be enjoying it, when you know you should be at your best and you got stops that you know you can make and then somebody goes for it on a 4th and 15 or 4th and 12 or whatever because they spotted something. So then they'll go back to it and, unless you override it or call timeout, you can't freeze it. So you gamble with it, but it does happen. So some of the cons are the players, period. Because you have these players that don't believe in punting, right? They go for it 4th and 18, 4th and 12, 4th and 10, things like that. And they just make the game kind of dull, kind of lame. You don't want to quit, but what else you going to do? You want to play somebody that's true. You don't want to play somebody that's what you consider as a goofball online. You want to play somebody that's going to actually play. If you don't make it in 3 and you got a 4th and 12, what the world are you going for it for? But we got those players to do that. So in my mind, my opinion, Madden 25 gets about 3 stars right now because the defense, no matter how you calibrate it, it almost sucks, man. If you know how to take your time, if you're very patient with what you're doing to have success when you're on offense, then that is the best way I can see doing it. You can't just come in and just throw the ball all over the field, right? Because 9 times out of 10, it can get picked off. It can happen. But a lot of times it's about time and it's about being patient. And my opinion is it just gets a C right now. I can't say it's top notch. It almost makes me want to go back to just playing 24. At least in 24, you had balance. With 25, the offense is so off balance that plays get on both sides. It's almost like whoever gets the ball first. If you score, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be the winner because if you didn't get stopped in the first quarter, they're not going to stop you in the second. They're not going to stop you in the third. They're not going to stop you in the fourth. And if you wind up being the person with the ball last and you have the lead, you can pretty much hold on to it because there's really no defense. You can't hardly rush anybody. And that kills the game. Rushing is part of the game. And you can't get to the quarterback fast enough for him. And if you do get to him, even if you do get to the quarterback, he still manages to throw the ball sidearm in long yards down the field. 2 people can hit him, and he'll still get that ball off and make a perfect pass. So that's another catch on this game. But as far as 25 goes, like I said, I give it about a C. I don't see it as being one of the best they ever made. They did some things to it that's great about the game, but the downside is the defense. it's almost like you're just playing a battle between two players, and if both players are good with offense, they're going to pick each other apart, and it's like the best man win. Whoever's holding the ball last, it's 9 times out of 10 going to be the winner. It's going to be like a win, like a 24-21, or it's going to be a 27-24 because you probably had to win it by a field goal because you were tied all the way to the end. You get what I'm saying? So that is how I feel about the game. So it's not boring. I like it because they did upgrade and give it some style, as far as juking and all that kind of stuff. But still, when somebody just decides they want to pass, you pretty much can't even call a cover 2. A cover 2 doesn't even give you great coverage. The tight end is going to wind up being open. Every time when you do a cover 2, no matter if you're in a 4-3, 4-6, whatever, it almost sounds nickel, it doesn't matter. It seems like nobody ever comes up and jumps the passes. It's always like it's man to man, and then you got the 2 safeties sitting back there. Of course, if you're going long, they're ready, but it does not respond. If somebody's going across the middle, 9 times out of 10, that tight end catching that ball. And he's going to get hit, and he doesn't drop it. He holds on to it. So that's another thing. So anyway, I give it about a C. But that's just the way I see it. But y'all be cool. Peace out there. Enjoy the game.